Okay, I ran out of space on my hard drive. Let's continue. Okay. Mask mandates vary. In some cases, states without widespread orders have left the debate for municipalities and businesses to decide, including areas where cases are spiking, like Arizona and Florida. This is a continuation of businesses sick of policing mask use to prevent coronavirus, asked the government to step in. By CNBC. Okay. And businesses to decide, including areas where cases are spiking, like Arizona and Florida. No, those are red states, man. Trump supporting states. States that they wanted to flip blue. In Texas, Governor Greg Abbott has maintained that wearing masks would help the state's economy open. He urged residents to cover their faces to prevent the spread of COVID-19, even if it felt like it would be an infringement of freedom. Boom! But until last week, when hospitals were starting to get hit with a wave of COVID-19 patients, he was reticent to require masks. Even when he did, the statewide mandate included a large number of exceptions. Other states, such as Kansas, have joined Texas in recent days to issue their own orders, but there are numerous holdouts. Nebraska Governor Pete Ricketts, for example, has strongly opposed such efforts. He told governments in June that they would not receive any federal money to help fight the effects of the coronavirus pandemic if they implemented mandates. Oh, breath of fresh air. President Donald Trump's comments have helped to politicize the debate. In late June, he said in an interview with the Wall Street Journal that some Americans might wear face masks not as a way to prevent the spread of coronavirus, but as a way to signal disapproval of him. Oh, Burger! Oh, Burger! There's the truth. Last week, Trump said he would have no problem wearing a mask in some circumstances, but he continues to say it's not necessary to make masks mandatory throughout the U.S. And that's likely why businesses are looking to the state for action. Dr. Neil Jain, a clinical allergist and immunologist at Santen Allergy and Asthma and director of research at Arizona Allergy and Immunology Research, was one of hundreds of doctors in Arizona who signed a petition sent to the governor urging him to sign a statewide mask mandate. Go straight to hell. Neil Jain, go straight to hell. Governor Doug Ducey initially didn't allow local jurisdictions to implement their own face coverings, but reversed that order on June 17th after the changes. Cities from Phoenix to Tucson adopted mask requirements. But did that bring down the cases, or are they still pushing cases? Huh? In all you states where they're pushing this detraction of our freedoms and rights, right, and our ability to think for ourselves, right? Are your cases coming down? How's that looking out for you? Somebody drop that in the comments below. I think it's a public health 101 mandate that should be in place to protect all of our citizens from the potential ramifications, said Jane, a member of the Committee to Protect Medicare. An economic argument. Jan Hatzius, chief economist at Goldman Sachs, has also made an economic argument for face masks after his team examined a link between the use of face masks and controlling COVID-19 cases. I'd love to see that data. Hatzius said a national mandate could prevent lockdown orders and save the economy from taking a hit if businesses shut down. Tillman Fertitta, chairman and CEO of Houston-based restaurant giant Landry's, touched on this argument as well as he urged U.S. residents to wear masks, saying it's necessary to keep the economy open. It's never been necessary before. We lived through the flu. We lived through all these things. But now I look back on it, those days were better than these, honestly. Even with the Obama corruption, the flu was... The whole story around the flu was tolerable next to this crap that they just pulled out of their butts since Trump became president. And they failed at the Russia narrative. Oh my God. So tired of this shit. Tillman Fertitta, chairman and CEO of Houston-based restaurant giant Fertitta, whose business empire includes more than 600 restaurants and Golden Nugget casinos, said wearing a mask is ultimately about respect for others. Respect for others. Oh my God, wow. It is so important right now to wear a mask, not only a chance of staying open. Our only chance of staying open is the mask, Fertitta, who also owns the NBA. Oh, the NBA. Oh, China, said on CNBC's Power Lunch in late June. Some businesses have tried to stay neutral in the absence of government mandates with mixed results. Walmart requires its employees to wear face coverings but says it's optional for customers, although they strongly encourage people to wear them. The company will remind customers whether there are local or statewide mandates requiring masks before entering the store, a spokesperson said. No. They just try to creak on you, right? Target instituted a similar policy, providing face coverings and gloves to employees on the job. Oh, God. The company has added signage and stationed team members outside stores to remind people to wear masks while shopping in areas where local governments, are mandating residents to wear them. It's not the law, okay? It's your bullshit. But AMC was forced to reverse course. Initially, the movie theater chain decided that masks would be optional, saying the decision not to require masks was made in an effort to avoid politics. But you can't avoid politics because they shove it on your face, okay? But it was soon met with an intense and immediate outcry from customers. AMC CEO Adam Aron said in a statement, it will not require all moviegoers to wear face coverings. Who are these? Okay, whatever. Lack of federal rules in air travel. The Trump administration last week released a series of guidelines for air travel in the COVID-19 era, saying that travelers should wear masks and that airlines should inform travelers when social distancing is impossible. But the government stopped short of mandating masks in airports or on flights. It also doesn't require airlines to limit capacity on board, and carriers' policies have differed on that issue. While there aren't government mandates, all major U.S. airlines now require that passengers wear face coverings like masks on board, in an effort to protect both customers and crews. There are some exceptions for those with medical issues, for very young travelers, and when passengers are eating or drinking. Not all passengers are complying. Yeah, remember what Gavin Newsom? Was it Gavin Newsom? He said, make sure that between bites you pull your mask up when you're eating. There's nothing to do with freedom here. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. And people just wear this mask just to annoy people. I swear to God. They wear it to annoy them. Just to annoy them. Sometimes. Literally. Just to be annoying. Before departure from Los Angeles last month for refusing to comply with... Not all passengers are complying. A spokeswoman for budget carrier Frontier Airlines said law enforcement removed the passenger on board on Denver-bound flight before departure from Los Angeles last month for refusing to comply with crew members' instructions. Yes, listen to me because I am your father and your mother. Yeah, including refusing to wear a face mask. American Airlines in June banned a traveler after he refused to wear a mask on board a Dallas-Fort Worth-bound flight from New York last month. He declined to tell CNBC why he didn't want to wear a mask. American said it would allow him to fly again once masks are no longer required on board. Yeah, which is never, okay? Which is their wet dream, okay? While travelers are required to follow crew members' instructions, some industry members and lawmakers say federal rules would carry more weight than carriers' own policies. Yeah, because then we'd know the government has gone full fascist. Delta Airlines CEO Ed Bastian told Axios in an interview that aired on HBO last month that a government mandate for masks for travelers would make the policy easier to enforce. Trump needs to come out right now and just blow this crap sky high. The narrative, I need D-class. I need it. I need D-class. I need to know the facts. Okay. Delta Airlines CEO Ed Bastian told Axios in an interview that aired on HBO last month that a government mandate for masks for travelers would make the policy easier to enforce. The largest flight attendant and pilot unions in the U.S. have also called for federal mask requirements for passengers. Sadly, quote unquote, the administration guidance is still just that, unenforceable and woefully inaccurate recommendations. Oh, so Trump should just do what you want him to because you think that he should just go full fascist, okay? Yes, tell people what to do, make sure they do it, act like you're their parents. Okay. American adults don't have any say, right? Good. Said since Edward Markey D of Massachusetts and Richard Blumenthal D of Connecticut. These are all Democrats, see? Yeah, after the Trump administration published its guidelines last week, we need federally enforceable mandates to keep the traveling public safe. Right. That's why you assault people for not wearing a mask. Yes, to keep them safe. Okay? What's going to kill them quicker? You assaulting them or the 99.9% virus? What's going to kill them first? The Department of Transportation cites CDC guidelines, quote unquote, the DOT and the Federal Aviation Administration expect the traveling public to follow airline directions and policies which are in place for passenger protection and the health of air crews, and to take very seriously the precautions recommended by the CDC and the International Aviation Association. Yes, let's not pay attention to American law. Let's pay attention to the WHO, the worldwide, the global, no borders, global. Okay, whatever. It's all about taking the authority away from the Constitution, which is the law of this land. Right? Last month, Delta's Bastian told staff that the airline would ban travelers who wouldn't comply with its rule. We take the requirement to wear a mask very seriously. Customers who choose not to comply with this or any other safety requirement risk losing their future flight privileges with Delta. Baskin said an employee memo. So far, there have been thankfully only a handful of cases, but we already have banned some passengers from future travel with Delta for refusing to wear masks on board. Yeah, not enough. This is sickening. Sickening. Okay. Why don't they just tell people that unless you have 5 water bottles in your pocket, you can't travel? Because you might get thirsty, and that's not healthy. Right? Why don't they just say, oh, you can only wear orthopedic shoes for your own good? Or you have to cut your hair. Yeah, you have to shave your head. Everybody has to walk around with a bald head, right? Because we said so. Because having hair is not healthy. I can pull any number of reasons out of my butt, okay? I can pull any number of reasons out of my butt. The point is, yes, all these Democrats are the ones pushing this, okay? When I look at the senators who are all pushing this, they all have a D after their name, right? I don't see any Republicans pushing this. I wonder how many people are actually happy wearing masks. Happy feeling like, they're having their freedoms just taken away. Unable to shop, unable to, the whole narrative is just playing with people's minds. Yes, people are dying. Yes, the virus is real. But all these people were sickly. Okay? They were all sickly already. And we have, in this country, a sad history of human experimentation. Let's not forget that, okay? I was just listening to a video earlier today. All the human experiments that America has been doing on prisoners and, it's gross and disturbing. And what they're doing with this virus is also gross and disturbing, right? But hey, man, in the age of COVID, I guess speaking the truth is not smiled on. And after all the things I've seen, it just feels like they just want you to forget all of that. All the facts that you picked up, and they just want you to forget everything that you know and accept what they tell you, because only they can tell you the truth. But that's not the truth.